So let's go to Wordzy and see what we got so far. Takes a bit of time to load because it's a game. Okay, it's loaded now. And again, the interface. First, you have information here. Let me just go back and show it. This gives you more information about the developer. So when you click it, it opens up this page where you have all these various head and what, and you can scroll down and read about developer, how to contact him, the kind of things that he offers, and then some hidden features in the game. Also, you can scroll up and down by clicking this navigation by the left, and this just takes you to the various sections. There are 4 sections here. So that's basically all. This video here, it tells you how the words are being formed in the game. If this doesn't load, you can click this link here and it will take you, it will pull out the video from YouTube and you can watch it. Now back here we have a simple interface with the search dictionary here, and this is where we search for words whether they are in the dictionary. For example, if I type the word glory and I hit spacebar or you hit enter, it's gonna put out a result here telling you that glory is present in the dictionary. But if I type a word which is not in the dictionary, like let's say HTY, right, and I hit go, now it tells me again that HTY is not in the dictionary. And then you will notice that we have a small button here that comes up with a small plus sign which tells us to add this word. If you hover over it, you see it shows you this thing up here that you should add that particular word to the dictionary. And if you click it, good, it adds the word and it even tells you what has been added to the dictionary. Now where that button appears, if you double tap on it, you see it shows you disable, and then it shows something here. It says adding words during game has been disabled. This function happens because when you're playing the game, sometimes you might pause the game and come and check whether a particular word is found in the dictionary or not. So when the word is not found in the dictionary, you have the option to add the word to the dictionary. So when this is disabled, you cannot add word to the dictionary while the game is in progress. You can only add it when the game has started. That's what that thing does up there. So when you double tap here, you enable it, you double tap there again and you disable it, just to show this is the point where you do the tapping. Double tap, enabled, double tap, disabled. And what next? If we take this settings button, right, this button up here, we click it, we get this small drop down, and this is for the styling of our interface. This first one is to select a text color. If I just select right here and I click OK, you will notice that this text here have become red, and then this one also has become red. So it controls those text colors. If I just go there and select another thing like blue, you see they have become blue. But a way to just pick up some random color is to choose this RTX. Once you just tap on it, it just takes some random colors, right? See how they're changing? Each time you tap, it picks some random color. Now, if you double tap on it instead, it's going to reset to the default color. Tap, and the default color was black. And it's also doing something else, but I'll talk about that later. Now, the next button is this button F. What does it do? It changes the font that will be used during the game, and the fonts will be appearing here in this play area. So if you just click it, it picks one of a few fonts that are found in the game at random, and it previews it so you see how it will look like. Once I tap another font, see it previews. You tap another font, it previews, and so on. When you've seen the font that you like and you want to use, you're good to go. If you want to clear the fee, you can click here on this reset, and this one clears up the fee. Clear everything and reset game. Okay, it clears the fee. But this is where you choose font. Okay, when you click on it, it goes in the forward direction. But if you want to go back in the backward direction, you double click on the font and it goes in the backward direction. One click goes forward, double click goes backward. And you'll notice that each time a font is being selected, it also generates a random color. And these colors are being previewed here, here, and you can also see it on the text itself. So let me just take another one. Do you see that? See that? Now each player can change a text color for themselves. For example, player 1 can come here in this color picker and pick any color. You just click there and then you can choose a color. Maybe it's red. Now player 1 has text color red. Now that player 1 has set his own default color, if you start to change the font color again, you will notice, let's just observe these two things now. You will notice that the text color for this AI is changing. This one is changing, but this one is not changing because the player has selected the default color. So if we just continue, see, it's changing on the other side, but it's not changing here. If we go ahead and we also pick a color here, we say like black, now we say nothing will be changing anymore. The colors are changing in the feed, they are previewing, but the players have set their color, so nothing is happening. To allow this functionality to also change the player color, you need to reset the text by double clicking here. You double click here. Now you can then go back to your phone and you click and it will be changing the colors again. But what this simply means is that if the game should begin now, both player 1 and player 2, you see their text colors are both the same. Let me just quickly reset that. If we change this text color to maybe black and then we leave this to maybe red and then we start the game again. Now if we play, you see player 1, the color is red, and then the AI level 1, the color will be black, and it will continue in this fashion. Every word that is entered by player 1 is going to be red no matter where you put it in the field. I'll just go back and clear that quickly. And where were we? Okay, so we have talked about this, which changes these text colors. We've talked about the font. We've talked about resetting text, font color, and the player colors. Now let's talk about background. So this next one deals with the background. This also deals with the background color of the play area. So if I go here and I select and I pick a color, you see that color is reflected on the background. Choose another color, let's say blue. The color is on the background. That's how you get color. But if I come here to this RGB and click, this RGB just picks a random color. It picks random color and brings them. But here, this is where you define a very specific color that you need in case there's something specific you're looking for. You can always find that by going here. Okay, so you can set a specific color that you need, but here on this RGB section, you just find random color. You have no idea what is coming. And you also notice that as you're clicking the color, this thing is changing. This is the undo, and this other part which is not showing is the redo. It's like that because there's no redo that you can do currently. So if you click it, it's written up here that no further redo. But you can undo the previous colors by clicking the undo. You can undo. Now that you've done some undoing, there's redo that you can do. You can redo, you can redo, you can redo. So both the redo and the undo, they give you a preview of the next color that will come in case you click them. See? They give you a preview of what color will come in case you click it. So that's that. You will also notice that this background color has some level of transparency. Yes. To change this level, this degree of transparency, you have to double click here and then you pull the transparency slider to get the amount of transparency you need. So if I double tap here, now this opens, it will disappear on its own. Each time you create a pop-up, it disappears on its own. To make a pop-up to not disappear, once you double tap, you need to tap the tip of the pop-up, like just tap anywhere on it, and the pop-up will stay there, and it will also be written up here that pop-up persisted. Now you can change by simply sliding. If you go this way, see there's no transparency. You go this way, you're increasing it, increasing it, increasing it. So every color that you choose is going to use that transparency. Now there's zero transparency, so the colors are just blocked. But if I set the transparency to somewhere here, every color that we select now is going to have that transparency applied to it. So that's how the background works. That undo, 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 and redo. We're done with that one. We don't need that setting anymore. Now again, what do we have? We have this this AI. AI is a computer, the one you play with. Now it's showing AI1. It means you're playing with computer level 1 if you had to start the game now. But you can click there. Once you click there once, it disables AI. And then it shows up here that AI disabled. And then this place becomes player 2, so you can play with your fellow human being. But if you tap it again, it opens up for you to choose the level of AI you want to play with, whether it's level 1, level 2, level 3. If I choose 6, it goes, now I'm playing with AI level 6. As you can see in all those 3 places. If I want to select a different level, you first tap, it goes to friendly match, which you can play with a fellow human being, and then you tap again, and then you select the level. And then the next one to that AI is a sound. This is, we have 2 sounds going on in this game. We have the background sound, and then we have the effect sound. So when you click there, you just have the slider to set the volume. If I push here, you get the background sound volume, and this one gets reflected directly if I turn on my volume a bit. You can take it down, and you see that the volume changes as you play. When you put the volume all the way to 0, it shows you that it's disabled. Yep, it shows you that it's disabled. So there's no background volume, but there is effect volume, as you can see from here, and it's 75. So we can pull this also and adjust this. If the effect volume is set to 0 and also disabled, overall the sound is disabled, and this will turn here, and you also see here that sound is disabled too. The entire game sound is disabled. But let's say for some reason we choose to leave this one on, and then we don't have anything to do with the background, and that's that. And I think we're set. With all of that, this is where we stop the game. Maybe a game is going on and we can stop the game and just clear it. Yes, that's that. Okay, also name. We can set name for players. For example, this is player 1. You can click there and change the name. I can decide to call myself Big Fish, and you hit enter, and then it says player 1 name set to Big Fish. And no matter how you write the name, this is going to adjust it for you. For example, let's say I put big I here, and then I put maybe uppercase H at the end, and then small b here at the beginning. The moment you set it, it's gonna arrange everything and put it how it should be. So you can set name, but you cannot set name for AI. This is AI level 7. But if you were playing with a fellow human being, which in that case you tap here and you show player 2, now you can set the name for player 2. Maybe it's Bosco. Let's say it's Bosco Lee. And Now you have a friendly match going on between Big Fish and Bosco Lee. And then you can also set the time. Now it is set to 30 seconds. If you can add, you can put it and say, you know what, I want 45 seconds, and you hit go, and time set to 45 seconds. Okay, and you can do all that. You can even give some very high time. If you give a time that is higher than 120, it tells you that time cannot be greater than 120 seconds, and it's going to set the time to 120 seconds. If you give 0 as a time, you cannot be playing for 0. How will that work? You set it, it just ignores it and goes back to the previous time that was there. However, if you give a time that is smaller than the least accepted time, it will be indicated clearly that time cannot be less than 5 seconds, and it's going to set the time to the lowest possible time, which is 5 seconds in this case. And yep, I think that is that. What's remaining? Nothing, huh? Let me go back to AI level 7, and what font family am I using? Let me check. Let me check. Let me change. Let me change. Let me change. I think I'll go with this one. But wait. Go back. Okay. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go. 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 Wait. I just like the way this thing just camouflages on the floor. But we'll give this guy black. Right? Why myself I could just have the white color. So let's just have two opposite colors like that. So I'm playing with AI level 7. Let me just set the time a little bit higher so that what is that? I want to set it into I want to set it to 1 minute. It's 60 seconds, yeah. So good. Now the time is set and the game has started. You'll notice that this section is blinking. It's showing that this is the person to play. Player 1, you're the one to play, so it's blinking. That's the indication. And then you'll notice some few things happening here, and also you'll notice our points will be populated down here and down here for each player. So I like to begin with the letter A or the letter I, because in English letter A is both a letter and a word. So let me just take this letter A and put like here. Now the computer has played it. Let me pause for a moment and explain something. Oh no, let's play again a bit before I pause. Now let me put letter M like here. Oh heaven. Okay, now let me pause. Now this is doing good. Now for each entry that you make, there are 8 possible directions in which an entry can be read. For example, the computer just placed the letter O, right? Since he places the letter O, if we read in this direction, it's O. If we read in this direction, it's O. If we read downward, it's OH. If we read upward, it's HO. If we read diagonally like so, it's O. Diagonally like so, it's O. Diagonally like this is M, is OM, and upward will be MO. I just jacked up everything, and all these combinations are shown up here. As you can see, OOOH, HOOOOMME. Those are the possible words that, the possible combination that can be formed. And then after those combinations, what words were formed? Those words appear down here, as we can see. The words that were formed, they appear down here. Each round you play, the words that you spared, they get written down here in the scores area. for me, the last time I played, the 3 words that I spelled were these that are in red. So they are indicated in red that these are the words that you spelled in the last time when you played. Each time you play, the new words will be written in red. And if you have more than 2 words correct in that round of play, those 2 words are also going to be shown up here. It's like you've done a great job. So I'll just put, for example, I'm going to put a letter G here so that I can have dog and God. Those are 2 words. It will appear up there like I said. So I'll put G and you can see them up here because I did something good. So I could put I could put the letter N here to form no and maybe W here to form who and R. How about S here to spell worse and saw. So maybe it's not even obvious how this thing is played. Remember, if you want to play, if you want to put a letter in a particular cell, let's say here, all you need to do is click there, and then this keyboard will pop up. For devices that don't have mouse control, it will pop up. Then you can choose your letter. Any letter you choose, even though we have letter E right up here, if you choose it, it's going to appear there. So that's how it works. So I could put H here to have wash, but that would just be one word. So I could, let me see, that's better. He about high and if. So it's quite a serious game. This guy already had 17 words and I have 16. Okay, I put my heat here. God damn it. Oh, I think he's leaving me behind now. I put my P here for pod and tab. I think he's going to win this time around. And because 1 more square to go. And he says, sorry, big fish, you lost. And really, yes, you can see it here. I had 21 words. This guy has 23 words. And that's all about Wordzy actually. And there's one part that I forgot to show. So I'll just quit and start again. So when you're playing the game, you will notice that there's no dictionary. There's nothing. You cannot know whether a particular word is in the dictionary or not. So to know if a particular word is found in the dictionary or not, you can just pause the name and then the dictionary will appear up here as you can see. Now you can type the word to find out if it is there. For example, let's say this guy have put IT. I could say maybe I want to put maybe I want to put letter N here, but I don't know if teen is an English word. Or no, I don't know if teen is found in the dictionary. Also, Nate, I don't know if they're found in the dictionary. I can just pause and then go to the dictionary and check TIN, and then I check if a TIN is present in the dictionary. How about NIT? NIT is also present in the dictionary. So if I put N here, I'm gonna have 2 words. That is cool, right? I could also put N here to have about. That was 3 words. Also, I can look for a word which is not in the dictionary, like say A-N-K. Maybe I want to put letter K here, but A and K might not be in the dictionary. So we check for A and K, and of course A and K is not found in the dictionary. I can add it. They say not done, functionality disabled. Yes, because that time we were touching that thing, we went and disabled it without that one. So I cannot add it while the game is going on. I'll just reset, and then I turn on that functionality. Now it's turned on. Now if I start, put like this, looking for A and K. Okay, pause. A and K. The A and K is not found in the dictionary, but I can add it. Now A and K has been added in the dictionary. And we can continue. I can put my K there. And A and K is recognized as an English word. You can see it here. So that's how we add words to the dictionary. And that's pretty much all about the game, huh? So what do we offer? You can contact us here if you have maybe an application you're building and you need a user interface. Feel free to reach me on WhatsApp. Just come here, enter your message, hello bro, and you hit send, and that will get into your WhatsApp and then link you to me, and then you'll be able to chat with me directly. And just like that, I'll be able to receive your message. So feel free to reach me, and I'll be able to create your interface for you. Also, we do Microsoft Access application for management purposes. If you have such application, feel free to contact. We will be delighted to work with you. Thank you for trying out Wordzy.